I'm in the state of Wyoming right now. I've been on the road for 2 weeks, filming my way across the west. I made it all the way up to the northwest corner of Montana, and now I'm heading back home to southern Arizona. But I still have a couple more weeks of riding left to do, and I want to work my way back there as slowly and as creatively as possible. So I'm looking for back roads, side roads, forest roads, scenic byways, all of that kind of thing. Super excited to ride in Wyoming. I've been here a few times in the past, and I know that it's a really beautiful, sparsely populated state, and we're gonna see what we can find out there. We're gonna get on the road, pass through Cody today, and then try to find a place to camp. I went down one of these lost, lonely highways. Butler maps rates their roads, the red, the yellow, the orange, G1, G2, G3, on how good of riding they are for motorcyclists. But they also have this other classification called lost highways. And those are like the really remote, desolate stretches of road that just don't have anything out there. There's no services and just really nothing, just like empty lost highways. And so I went down the lost highway today from Cody to Thermopolis. So I'm going to continue now, and we'll catch up with you down the road somewhere. I'm not sure where it's going to be, but we'll see you at the next place. I gotta hustle tonight because it's a late one. I rolled into this campsite and the sun is already down behind the mountains over there. So first thing I'm gonna do is get a fire going, since there's a fire pit here and I'm in a campground. And then I'm gonna get the firebox going. I'm gonna cook up some steak tonight. I can set up the hammock next, prepare some dinner. First, I've got one of these left over from yesterday. So I'm going to get the evening started with a little shot of Pendleton here. Well, this isn't make-believe. This is really just to show you guys that even if you do roll into camp late, how quickly you can actually make a good dinner and get your camp set up. So I'm doing pretty good here. I still have a ways to go, but this is kind of like real time, in a hurry, get something made, get a fire going, get camp set up, and then sit back and relax. But every time you go out on a big trip, it's different. It just seems like things change, your gear changes, you get something new, or something wears out, or maybe you want to try something new. And so every time you go on a big trip, it's a new chance. It's a new chance to do it a different way than you've done before. And on this trip, I've really been trying to make an effort to cook some really good meals. That's a big part of it. It's a big part of ending my day, is finding a nice campsite to do some good photo and video work, cook a good meal, have a good sleep, and just make that part of the experience. All too often, I think, motorcycle travelers, we end up eating in restaurants and convenience stores, and we don't have to. I'm showing you right here tonight how easy it is to grab something at the grocery store before you hit a campsite, and with a few simple tools, make an awesome meal. As you can see, I've got 2 fires going here, and that's a good thing because I've got a few different things to cook. I'm going to put the steak on this fire, and I've got the water boiling over here for the corn. And then I'll probably throw a pan on here for the vegetables as well. What I want to do here is get these guys to get down to some nice embers for cooking the steak on. I don't want too much flame, just some nice hot coals. And now I'm probably going to take off my boots and my riding clothes, slip into something more comfortable for the evening, and pitch my hammock over here in the trees. And then I'll be at home. I'll be at home here in Wyoming at least for one night. And I've got everything I need to be really happy and content for a night on the road here. I'd say that these embers are just about perfect, so let's put the little grill plate on here. We'll start cooking up some steak. I also carry some leather fire gloves with me so that I can move around hot things like this. I'm going to put some more. Ooh, that's getting pretty low. I might have to stoke this fire up with some more coals. All right, I've got the corn in there, and that should be boiling up here any second. Okay, I'd say those are looking pretty good. Put the steak back on there. Let's get these veggies right down in the coals. That way they'll cook a little faster. That steak over here is doing just fine. That is going to be one tasty steak. I don't know how well y'all can see this, but dinner is served. Mm-hmm. Let's see how the corn is. I would say that's a proper meal. Well, guys, that was dinner tonight, and it was awesome. It was so good. There's only one last thing left to do now, and that's clean up. I need to really clean up my dishes and everything as good as I can, consolidate all my food, put it in my lockable panniers, and then change out of these clothing that smell like steak and put on my long underwear for sleeping so that I don't smell like a steak in the middle of the night. So that's it for this dinner. I hope you enjoyed it. It was awesome.